Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking detox and general body support post stressful time in your life. For those of you who don't know, I just spent the last almost 4 months traveling around South America, and while it was an incredible experience and I absolutely do not regret it in any way, shape, or form, it definitely started taking a toll on my body and my health. It was just the combination of, inconsistent sleep. I just didn't have a consistent schedule in general. I was not able to work out or move consistently. My diet was definitely nowhere near the quality that I try to achieve when I'm home. I didn't have nearly as much access to fresh organic produce. Just all of the big staples in my life that I do to keep myself healthy were not accessible, and so my health started to suffer. I started to not feel as resilient, as vibrant, as strong, as just generally good. There was nothing particularly wrong, but I just wasn't feeling great. So I've been home for about a week now. I'm getting settled back in, and my goal now is to generally support my body in getting back to baseline. And so I'm gonna do this kind of in two ways. One is supporting my body through its natural detox pathways. I'm not gonna do any weird hardcore detox thing. There's no detox teas or any weird stuff that I'm doing. I'm just going to do the things that support my body's natural detoxification pathways, and then I'm also going to add things that generally support my body and support the resiliency and strength that I have been missing. So today I'm gonna walk you through a full day of doing that. So I just started my day with a light walk. That is thing number one, is gentle movement. First and foremost, I am not coming back and going straight back to the gym, straight into intense training like I normally like to do, because my body's in this space where it's a little bit more fragile. I'm being a little bit more gentle with it, and so the only exercise that I'm doing right now is just light walking. And I will get back to the gym. I will slowly ramp back up. I am gonna get back into things and I'm really excited about it, but for now that's not what my body needs. So I'm about to go make my morning beverage, but first I thought you guys would be very, very, very excited. Hi, she's back. Cleo, say hi to the internet. No. They've missed you. So one of the biggest things, in my opinion, that I've done to support my body in this process is slowly weaning off of caffeine. So I gotta give a huge shout out to Mudwater for helping me do this, because quitting caffeine is no joke and it made it a lot easier for me. Also, huge shout out to them for sponsoring this video. While I was in South America, I was having coffee every single day just because I absolutely love trying little coffee shops and exploring the city that way. But when your body's trying to recover from a very high stress state, giving it a lot of stimulants like caffeine is not really the best idea. It's gonna work against your body. The last thing that your body needs when it's already stressed is a stimulant on top of that, which is just going to heighten stress perceived by your body. So the first thing that I focused on when I got home was quitting caffeine. I knew that was gonna help make some of the biggest changes in my hormone balance, my adrenal balance, my energy, my strength, etc. So now, to replace my morning coffee, I've switched back to fun, functional morning beverages, because you guys know it brings me so much joy. One thing that I did before I even came back home was I ordered a package of Mudwater. I have used this stuff before. I absolutely love it. First of all, it tastes like chocolate chai and it's full of adaptogenic mushrooms.
Is there anything that could be more Marissa than that?
I don't think so. And it's a fantastic morning caffeine ritual replacement, because one of the hardest things for me about giving up my morning mochas is not necessarily giving up the caffeine, it's giving up the delicious chocolatey flavor in the morning. And so with this, don't even have to give that up. But not only is it a great taste replacement and ritual replacement, it's also amazing for what I'm currently trying to accomplish with my body, helping it find balance and kind of restore the strength that I had before this trip, because this is full of adaptogens. It has lion's mane, cordyceps, chaga, and reishi, which are some of the coolest mushroom-based adaptogens out there. Adaptogens as a whole, if you don't know, if you haven't heard me rant about this before, adaptogens are natural substances found in a bunch of different kinds of plants that help bring the body back into balance. And so they work very differently than caffeine, which is a stimulant. So no matter where your body's at, when you consume caffeine, it does XYZ. Like it elevates, I think, what is it, epinephrine, cortisol, and something else. No matter what your body needs, that's what it's gonna do. Whereas adaptogens will modulate levels of things based on what your body needs to bring it back into balance. So if you do have too much cortisol, it's gonna help bring your cortisol down. If you don't have enough cortisol, it's gonna help bring your cortisol up. So in this way, adaptogens are very restorative and supportive of your body's needs. So this is basically like exactly what I need to be drinking right now to help my body. And then one thing I absolutely love about Mudwater as a brand is their dedication to, I guess, like the cleanliness of the growth and extraction process. So they grow all of their mushrooms in greenhouses where they have like absolute precise control over everything. They can use the best quality substrates to grow the mushroom, which is really important for so many reasons when consuming mushrooms. They can make sure that the mushrooms are not exposed to outside environmental toxins, which is kind of a huge deal for mushrooms in particular if you're not like actively managing every aspect of the growth process. They tend to just absorb everything really easily. Like everything is very fastidious and precise, which makes me as a consumer very happy. If you're trying to quit caffeine or cut back on caffeine to help support your body, balance your hormones, reduce your stress levels, like any reason that you might be looking to quit caffeine. By the way, I have a whole video on quitting caffeine from like a year ago and why you might want to consider quitting caffeine. I'll link that down in the description box below. But if you are on your caffeine reduction journey, I do highly recommend checking out Mudwater and getting yourself some. It really is such a good coffee replacement. So if you want to check it out, you can go to mudwater.com/fitandnerdy and use my code FITANDNERDY to get yourself $20 off their morning ritual starter kit, which comes with a free little frother. I was about to push the button, but I think there's still a couple drips of the Mudwater on there and I don't want it to go flying around the room. You can also just click the link down in the description box below. Going through the link really does support me and my channel, so I really appreciate it. But yeah, check it out. I'm gonna finish this and I have therapy now, so I'm gonna go work on that brain.
One debt to society later.
I have now been therapized. Today, my therapist brought up my relationship with anger and I was like, what? Anger? I don't know her. And so we had a talk about that. Anyway, now it's time for breakfast. And guess what's for breakfast? And we're back with the chocolate frosty smoothie bowl. I had a lot of amazing food while traveling. This is the one thing that I just deeply missed and was very excited to get back home so that I could make. For those of you who are new around here or don't know, it is a base of sweet potato, zucchini, and cauliflower. Those were the frozen cubes that I threw in. I steam it and then I blend it with some goat yogurt and then I freeze it into cubes and use that as the base for my smoothie, and it is so delicious. So something else that I'm doing to really support my body in coming back into balance and into health right now is really focusing on only consuming whole and processed foods for the most part. Like, it was my dad's birthday the other night. We went and got pizza. I ate pizza. So I'm not doing some like hardcore strict protocol, but for the most part, when I can, I am choosing to eat foods like this that are all mostly whole and processed foods, I guess with the exception being protein powder. But the thing with supporting your adrenals is it's very important to get protein and fat in, and so I wanted to make sure I had protein in this, so I added the protein powder, and so the pros were more than the cons of that. And I guess it's probably kind of worth discussing what I personally consider a processed food, because there is no one definition that's like the definition. For me personally, and like for my nutritional goals, I consider a food a processed food if it's something that I would not be able to make myself without a lot of like super fancy equipment. Because like I put cashew butter in this. Yes, it is processed. The ingredients are just cashews, but it goes through a machine that like grinds it down to turn it into cashew butter. It's processed, but like I could make that at home in my blender pretty easily. It would just take some time. Same with like yogurt. It's processed in the sense that it isn't just raw goat milk, but like if you gave me raw goat milk, I could conceivably make yogurt in my house. And that obviously still does leave like a lot of gray area when it comes to what counts as processed and what doesn't. But for me, that's kind of like the general concept that I go by. So I'm now just hanging out outside with my cat. Been trying to give her some outside time so that she calms the heck down and lets me sleep at night. But also, I've been giving myself some outside time since I've gotten back because I was not getting enough exposure to the sun while traveling. Oh, bye Cleo. She's leaving me now. But adequate vitamin D levels are crucial for cortisol regulation. So if you're not getting enough vitamin D, chances are your cortisol is not optimal. You may just have more cortisol than your body necessarily wants or needs or is healthy if your vitamin D levels are low. And I didn't even think to bring a vitamin D supplement with me while traveling, so pretty darn sure my vitamin D was low. My body was feeling it. So I'm just trying to spend a little bit of time outside every day in the sun. Not enough to burn, obviously, I'm being careful. Burning is not good for you either, but just enough to like optimize vitamin D absorption and get what I can for the day, and then I cover up or go back inside. And this little one has been quite enjoying this routine. Aren't you, Cleo? Yeah. So I've just been chilling at my desk, getting some work done, which actually brings me to a question I've been wanting to ask you guys. Do you guys want to see the behind the scenes of essentially starting a new business? I launched Holistic Fitness Labs a year ago with the release of Reverse Dieting 101, and now I have Fat Loss 101, and I'm currently getting into like phase 2 of my business strategy, which is like the growth and scale stage, which is moderately terrifying. Someone who's generally very risk averse, I feel like I've picked a career trajectory that is just really pushing me out of my comfort zone. But creation and organization has always been a very strong passion of mine, and I've learned so much in this first year of building this business. It's crazy. But if you guys do want to know more about like the behind the scenes of building Holistic Fitness Labs, let me know. But right now, basically what I'm working on is the relaunch of Reverse Dieting 101, which like low-key soft launch will be available in September. But I'm gonna be doing things a little bit differently this time, and I'm restructuring kind of how the program works and everything. So right now I'm just working on all of that. If you are interested in reverse dieting and speeding up your metabolism and you want to do the course, make sure you go to reversedieting101.com and sign up for the waitlist, and you'll be notified when it is available for registration again. But anyway, as I work, I am snacking on, I'm drinking a kombucha, a Better Bitch citrus sunrise flavor. And then I got these, I think they're called plum cherries. I saw them at the grocery store the other day. They look like giant cherries and or mini plums. So I'm gonna have 2 of these while I work. And then thinking to go for a little walk. Just got back from a quick walk. I'm listening to Outlive by Peter Attia right now. I'm very excited about it. I've been absolutely loving this trend in talking more about health and fitness in the context of longevity, since that's kind of always been my main driver for being on this health and fitness journey. So to see like more people talking about it, more people getting excited about it, love it. So for dinner, I'm baking some Mediterranean salmon and making like a Mediterranean Greek salad, and I'm so sad because I'm following this recipe. I will post it, but as you can see, artichoke hearts. I love artichoke hearts. I was very excited to have them on my salmon, but the ones in my fridge were from before I left for my trip, so they were very old and very gross. So we have artichoke heart free salmon, but I mean, this still looks bomb, right? Like, I'm excited for this. guys, can we just take a second to appreciate the beauty that is this dinner?
Like what?
Look at that. Beautiful salmon covered in all those amazing ingredients. Look at this beautiful salad chock full of delicious stuff. I'm indescribably excited to eat this. Cleo's coming in because she wants to eat it too. Do you want some of my salmon? Yes. With dinner, I am having the Sunwink Detox Ginger. One of the things I'm doing to support my body's natural detox pathways is consuming certain ingredients and help support the body's natural detox pathways. Like the sprouts that I put in my salad, those can support detoxification. This has dandelion extract, and dandelion supports the body's natural detox pathways as well. But yeah, just kind of sprinkling things in where I can, into beverages, into salads, all that kind of stuff. Cruciferous vegetables, like I had my smoothie this morning with the cauliflower, making sure to get those in. That should help my body. Okay, it's now dessert time. And I have a confession.
I am ashamed of this.
I was reorganizing my pantry and cabinets when I got back, just to, you know, get settled back in, get rid of some stuff that I had left behind that had gone bad, etc., etc. And I realized I have an ungodly amount of Who Kitchen chocolate. I'm not proud of this, but this is what we got. What happened was one of my favorite grocery stores, they got, so Who Kitchen came out with the milk chocolate. It was really good. And then one of my favorite grocery stores had it on sale. And they had it on sale for a while. And every time I would go, I'd get really excited because it was on sale, and I was like, okay, I have to buy like 3 because they're on sale, because Who Kitchen chocolate is not cheap, so when it's on sale you gotta stock up. I really stocked up. Now basically this is what I'm gonna be having for dessert for like the next few months.
You're 16.
It's about a month's worth of chocolate right here. You know, when I put it into perspective that way, it's just a month's worth of chocolate. And I got it all on sale. So honestly, past Marissa just did me a huge solid. Anyway, all this is to say, I'm gonna have half a bar of Who Kitchen chocolate for dessert. I have half a bar left of the Crunchy Mint, so I'm gonna finish this off tonight. So I'm getting a little glass of water from my new water filter that I'm actually very excited about, by the way. Got it all set up. It's filtered water, Berkey no more. But that just reminded me that one of the other things that I'm focusing on to help my body recover is hydration, because being properly hydrated is just so key for your body to be able to process through any extra toxins that maybe shouldn't be in there. So I'm just paying extra attention to how much fluids I'm consuming throughout the day. You guys are balanced on a sweet potato right now, and honestly, I'm very proud of my camera balancing skills. So since I just ate, I'm about to take some of my supplements that I take with food. Told you guys a couple videos ago that I was gonna be on a hardcore supplement regimen when I got back, and I think some of you are gonna yell at me about this, but deal with it. So I'm gonna show you guys everything that I have on my desk that I'm trying to take, but let me first be very clear. I've said this before, but because of the obscene amount of supplements on my desk right now, I just want to make it abundantly clear. In general, I'm a huge supplement nerd. I love reading about different supplements. I love like actually reading the actual studies. I love looking into like combinations and testing them on myself and everything like that. Like that just gets me excited in itself. But when it comes to actually taking supplements, I believe that they should be taken supplementarily. And a lot of times supplements are used kind of as a band-aid. They aren't treating the root cause. Like if you're deficient in magnesium, that could be because you're way too stressed, because chronic stress depletes magnesium in the body. And so taking more magnesium, yes, will help combat the deficiency in magnesium, but it's not going to take the stress out of your life, right? So what you should try to do in general is get to the root cause and work from there. So if you're deficient in magnesium because you're too stressed, you should work on your stress. And in the meantime, supplement with magnesium while you're working on that to support your body as it heals from the stress. Because if you're deficient in magnesium, that's going to make it harder for your body to heal from the stress. But the goal should not be to have to rely on magnesium long term to balance out the stress that you're keeping in your life, if that makes sense. Supplements can do so much in supporting our bodies when and where we need support, but unless you have like a chronic issue where you've tried everything and there's literally nothing you can do with your lifestyle or your diet to make it any better, I don't think they're a good long-term solution. Where I personally like to use supplements is if I know that my body is going through something, like when I came off of hormonal birth control, I knew that I needed to support my body more as I rebalanced my hormones. And so I took a lot more supplements in the couple months that I came off hormonal birth control as I was getting my period back and getting my cycle regular. And then I weaned myself off those supplements because I didn't really need them anymore. So right now, this spread of supplements is here to support my body as I get back into my regular routine, as I can sleep consistently, as I start to incorporate regular exercise back into my routine, as I get my diet back on point, like as I work towards all of these things that ultimately are going to help my body stabilize in a healthy place. I'm adding in a lot of supplements to support my body in this process to just help me get back to baseline quicker. And then I'm not going to continue taking all of these supplements every single day. Okay? Feel like that should be enough of a disclaimer. Let me show you what I got.
This is everything.
I have a probiotic. I talked about this in my last video. Travel really messes with your gut, so I'm trying to just restore my gut health. I have vitamin D because, like I said, I was definitely not getting nearly enough vitamin D while I was traveling, so I'm supplementing with this. I have some zinc just to support my immune system. We have some quercetin. I'm also taking Qualia Mind, which is, it's really not to help my body recover. This is just more for funsies. Some NMN. I'm taking Detox and Debloat because my gut health has just been not optimal since coming back. Grass-fed beef organs just to get in some extra nutrients because I think I was pretty nutrient deprived. Some fish oil, pretty standard. L-histidine, this is actually for my skin, but I'm gonna have to make a whole separate video about my skin. Don't worry about that for now. Liposomal glutathione, throwing in some molecular hydrogen in my water. It's just a very powerful antioxidant. So I'm doing this every once in a while. I'm not doing this super religiously, but like when I think about it, I just toss it in my water. And then I am taking a magnesium. I'm kind of going back and forth between Symbiotica's magnesium L-threonate and Natural Stacks' magnesium. And then to promote good quality sleep, I am taking a whole combo, the Symbiotica Sleep Blend. I'm taking this Better Sleep supplement. Honestly, I kind of just had it in my cabinet and I like the ingredients. They seem pretty cool, so I'm taking it. There's only 0.3 milligrams of melatonin. I'm not taking like a hardcore melatonin supplement for sleep. And then of course the NED CBD Sleep Blend. So these all get thrown in as I'm getting ready for bed. And then the rest of these I just take like based on what the bottle says. So that is my current supplement regimen. That in combination with the mud water, with the adaptogenic mushrooms. I'm definitely starting to feel better now that I've been back for a week and I've been getting good consistent sleep and everything, but I still do feel my body like just kind of struggling a little bit, like a train that's chugging along, but like struggling to chug. I'm on the struggle chug. That's a weird phrase. Never gonna say that again. Oh, I also totally forgot I have a couple supplements in my fridge. There's a couple more that I'm taking. One of them is the Adrenal Super Tonic from Symbiotica.
I knew there was something else.
That one in particular I wanted to mention because I'm taking it to really help my body kind of like recenter and calm down after being in such a kind of chronically low-grade stressful state for weeks. Months. And I am about to get ready to shower, so that just reminded me one more thing that I am doing, not every single night, but when I feel like taking my time to do it, is dry brushing, just because that can help kind of stimulate lymph flow, which is helpful to promote the body's natural detoxification pathways. So I just take my dry brush and I brush it along my body, along my skin, in the direction of my heart. So I'll start at like my legs and go all the way up my legs, and then do my arms. Go like that, go like that, you know, dry brushing. And then last but not least, of course, I am prioritizing sleep. Going to sleep at a super consistent time. That was one thing I was really lacking while I was traveling, was a consistent circadian rhythm. Inconsistent sleep time is one of the worst things you can do for your health. I mean, not like top 3, but like it's up there. And then I'm also going to bed at a time where I can allow myself to kind of sleep as long as my body needs to and not worry about getting up too late. So basically I'm going to bed consistently and early, at least by my standards. Taking the sleep supplements has definitely been helping, especially helping me like really get into like sleep zone as I'm trying to go to sleep so that I can just get straight into deep sleep. And then super excited, I have my Chewy pad back and installed. I'm doing like all of my bedtime routine things. I have a whole video about my bedtime routine. But speaking of sleep, I think it is about that time, so I'm gonna go get ready for bed. Do make sure you check out Mudwater. Go to mudwater.com/fitandnerdy and use my code fitandnerdy to get yourself $20 off of their morning ritual kit plus the free frother. Link is down in the description box below. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, ideas, feelings, please do feel free to share them in the comments. Also, please share this video with your friends, your family, your gym buddies. If you want to see more content from me all about health and fitness, you can check it out over here. To see future videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I will see you very soon. Bye!